Good evening, everyone. It's Adam from Newcastle Fans TV. I hope you've had time to digest just what happened there in the last few minutes of that game, and get all your comments in about what you thought about the game. Manic few minutes, the last 5 minutes of the game with Villa going 1-0, think we've lost the game, and then Lascelles pulling it back for us. Just get in the comments what you think, who your man of the match was, who stood out, who didn't. I'll try and get through as many comments as you can. We've got about 10 or 11 minutes, and we're going on the fan reaction show. So please join that straight after about 10:15. Johnny and Liam. Big point in the end, really. I know it's a lot of fans are going to be frustrated out there. I am myself, but if come the end of the season, that could be a big point. Given we went the last 10 seconds of that game getting beat, we didn't deserve to lose that game. Hopefully, you agree with me on that one. I thought we were marginally the better team. I thought when Ross Barkley came on, he gave them a bit more dynamic in midfield. But I'm going to start Russ. I thought Martin Dubravka starting to look at his old self, look very steady, nothing he could do for the goal in my eyes. He had that shake up against Wolves, and starting to look a bit more, the Martin Dubravka we know. Defensively, I thought we were fine most of the game, to be honest. That goal really killed us. I'm not sure if you all agree. I thought, arguably Jamal Lascelles was man of the match, but Dummett had a good game. Even Emil Kraft, who I'm a massive critic of, I thought he did okay. I didn't understand the Manquillo, but it's, people are still angry out there. Joseph's still fuming. I don't know if that's because we only got a point or what. There's a lot of people amused we got a point there in the end. I certainly didn't see that goal coming. Luke, I feel sorry for Joelinton. I thought Joelinton had a good game today, actually. If he just sees a jigsaw, he just falls to pieces in the box. He doesn't seem to know how to hit the target. He can't shoot. We know that. We've had that discussion 100 times, but I don't think it was his worst game. I thought he actually did all right against Tyrone Mings, who's a big, strong lad. Andrew Bell, Lascelles saved himself 2 minutes early. He turns back on the shot. Yeah, I'd have to watch the game back again. It's one of these ones you're reacting straight away, I'm sure. But I thought he was, for 90 minutes, he was pretty solid, Andrew, to be fair. Villa were there for the taking. But we start, again, I'm going to come on to Bruce in a minute, but I thought we could have won. It was a big game today. We deserved a draw. Collins right. What's important to remember is we're now 3 unbeaten. Yes, we haven't won 3, but we haven't lost in 3. It's Wolves, West Brom, and Villa today. So I'd expect minimum 4 points, and we've getting 3 from them, which is it's disappointing. But we're going to Brighton Saturday, the biggest game in a long time for this club, because we have to beat Brighton on Saturday, I think it may be. But Paul's right. I thought Paul Dummett had a good game. Graham Bruce out. I'm sure there's a lot of that. I thought we're going to midfield, but Shelby was pretty piss poor today. Maybe I'm harsh. If you agree, again, getting in the comments, but I thought Shelby's passing was all over the place. I thought he must have made more successful passes to Villa players than he did our own. He's just so frustrating at times. Willock, I thought, had a better second half. I thought first half he looked knackered. But I thought the second half he came into it a bit. You could see the type of Arsenal player in there. And who else played along in the midfield? Forgot, lost it. But it was just one of them games to midfield that it doesn't seem always Isaac Hayden. That's why, because the game seems to bypass Hayden at times in that formation. He made some cracking tackles the second half. Again, I thought he was much better second half. Anybody else know why second when anyone nearly bringing Big Andy? Yeah, I'm going to go on to the front three in a minute. I thought Andy Carroll came on far too late. I think he's terrified of gambling. Ed Coach and then had a bit of fire in his belly tonight. I like that, an improving performance. I thought he goes down a bit too easy at times, to be honest, but I thought he was much better tonight, much better. But again, just needs to get in that final third. Full L, Villa was shocking. I thought it was, they are a one-man team at times with Jack Grealish, and he wasn't there. And the front three, Ryan Fraser starting as a false 9, don't get it. Massive issue for me and Bruce. I'm not criticising Fraser's performance. I just think he should be out on the left there and Gale there. I don't understand why Gale was playing on the left for as long and Fraser as a false 9. Make no sense to me that. Thought we played well today. We have to beat Brighton next week. Completely agree. Have to 100%. If we don't, we could be in big trouble. Cheers, Liam. This is my first one. If anyone's tuning in, it wasn't. This is my first instant reaction. So, and I'm still digesting what did just happen because I'm not sure myself. I'm going to go on to Jacob Murphy. I thought he'd come on. I thought he did quite well. Hit the crossbar. I think if he'd scored that, we would have went to win the game. Actually, he's just not getting enough minutes on the pitch. It's frustrating to see because there's a player in there somewhere. He brought Fraser off. It would have been nice to see Fraser get 90 minutes, to be honest. But I thought he did okay. I just think in the final third again he's lacking, but I think he's playing out of position. Anyone, just get your man the matches in the comments. Who did you think stood out for you? Did we deserve the point? Should we have won? That's 2 goals in 3 games. Both goals coming from Jamal Lascelles. He scored the goal against Wolves, if you remember. So it's clear where the issues are. We've got no one up front when Callum Wilson's out injured, and we're going to be missing him in the next few games. When I have a kid, he's going to get called Jamal. I hope that's after Jamal Lascelles, not Jamal Lewis, but I'll let you decide that one. Cheers, Paul. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Yeah, again, King Football 77. I've mentioned that before. He did well today. I'm sure there's fans still going to slag him off, which they're in the right to do. But he had that chance in the first half. Actually, got in a really good position, and just it was either straight at the keeper or he tried to pull it back. He's got to be more prolific. And as their Road says, he's just got to have that end product. Would you bring him out the team? He's at that position. I wouldn't bring him out the team now because he's starting. I know we're getting to 11 or 12 games where we have to win, but you know, we've got the injury problem. Just looking at their goal back there, what a killer that is. It's a great crossing by them. Can Kieran Clark do better? No, not really. I think BT Sports are saying that Manquillo could have closed them down quicker, which is it's a good point. But he's just come into the game. Why is Steve Bruce changing right backs? I know Emil Kraft was on a yellow card, but could really have stayed on the pitch. And that maybe that's nitpicking a bit, but I feel sorry for Kieran Clark because I thought he was solid again. Tony Hunter, Julian, has no confidence, to be honest, which is hardly surprising. Again, an excellent point. If he's on social media and he sees what fans are saying about him, if that's what you're insinuating, but again, his end product isn't helping him. Gale on the wing, come on, Bruce. Yeah, I don't get it. When I seen Dwight Gale, I was like, right, he's going to be playing through the middle. I thought Gale was poor, to be honest. I think he's not really grasping his chance, but it comes down to the manager. So we're going to go on to the manager now, and my main gripes, as I mentioned, playing Dwight Gale on a wing, Ryan Fraser. Shelvey very protected. I don't know what you lot think. Shelvey gets away with murder at times. He gives the ball away so much. Looking at our goal there, great. You know, Skipper looks like he wants to stay in this league, a bit fire in the belly. Just what could a manager or a bit creativity, a bit balls do about him with this team? We set up the same against West Brom now and Villa there. I know Villa are doing well in the league. I mean, they could have went above Liverpool today, but you still expect to beat Villa at home. Any Newcastle team, I would anyway. That's my expectation as a fan of Aston Villa. We beat at home. That's what we should be doing. V for Vendetta, Andy Carroll. Yeah, I don't know what you think. He seems to be terrified about bringing Andy Carroll on sooner. You know, he brought him on for 20 seconds against West Brom. Today was about 3 or 4 minutes when we went 1-0 down, and he did change the game. Villa looked a bit intimidated by him when he came on. And it was good to see, but it was just too late. He could have come on with 10 minutes to go and win the game rather than just salvaging a point. Carroll, Bruce probably get praised for that off the media for bringing Carroll on, but he should have brought him on so much sooner. The centre to Murphy was great. I thought Murphy did do well today. I just wish that I just got on the underside of the crossbar. Could have done a bit. His confidence a world of good, and I do think we would have went on to win the game there. But yeah, it's a good point in that we were getting beat with 10 seconds to go. But we need much more against Brighton next week. King Football 77 again. Yeah, Lascelles is stepping up. It's one of them. At the end of the season, if we still buy a point, that's the one. But for me, if we lose against Brighton next week, it's right back to square one because the running after Brighton, as I'm sure you all know, it's horrific. The only games I can see us getting any points off after Brighton or how we're playing is Burnley and Sheffield United. I'm not saying we're going to win them. I just say get any points. Do you think we'll still be on the season? Quite worried. Tough one. I'm really worried. I am. I don't, because I can only see us getting a maximum of 6 more points the rest of the season. But I just think the players want it. I do think the players want it. And it's just the managers that's holding us back a bit. The fan reaction shows on after this. You'll get a lot of fans ringing up, and it's going to be the same. Bruce out. We all know that, but he's not going to. I think Ashley would have sacked him by now. It was 5 years ago this week. He sacked Steve McLaren and brought Rafa in. And yes, we went down, but that's the kind of Ashley thing he does. He's waiting to this point. If we lose against Brighton, I do think he's got to pull the trigger on him. He's got to get rid of him. But it's too late for me. The rot's set in. You know, Rob Lee, I was watching, he's on BT Sport now. He made loads of great points before the game. Legends like that who know the club. It'll be disastrous for this club to go down. And I know people want us to go down because they think the takeover will happen. It's not the attitude to have, lads and lasses. It's we can't go down again because we will have to do what our neighbours have done and plummet down the leagues under this chairman and this manager. Steve Bruce is going to be over the moon again. We're a point. His smug face is on the telly in front of us. Can't listen to him. His tactics again are costing us games. As I said, we've had Wolves, we've had West Brom, and now we've had Villa. The minimum we should have had for them was 4 points, and we've getting 3. It's just, you know, we just have to go forward. I want the fans to stay together for these next 11 games, get behind the players. I know we can't be there to cheer them on, but we have to stay in this league. You know, a bit of positivity as best we can. As Kane Gardner said there, great performance from Dummett. The amount of crosses that were coming in first half was unbelievable. And again, 5'5" isn't even Dwight Gale and Fraser combined, I don't think. And so there's no one to hit them. Yeah, as Martin says, if you could smash the like button on this video, it's my first instant reaction. So if I'm a bit all over the place, I do apologise. But we've got the fan reaction show following this with Jonathan Greenwood and Liam Kerr. If you want, the link will be in the fan reaction. It'll be on the channel. Get into that. And that's on at about 10:15. So make sure you get your in place for that. We hope to see you then. And following that, we've got Score on the Players, and then after that, Lee will be on with the last word. So we'll take you through all till 1 AM if you're staying up. So I appreciate your time tonight. Good point in the end. Frustrating, but we're going to Brighton next week, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get 3 points. So thanks for watching, and again, tune in to the fan reaction straight after this.